Welcome to the channel, coin lovers and collectors. In this video, we're taking a closer look at some of the most valuable United States of America 1-cent coins that have amazed collectors across the world. These pennies might look like ordinary coins, but certain rare dates, mint marks, and minting errors make them worth far more than just 1 cent. We'll explore their history, key features, and what makes these coins so special in the world of numismatics. So grab your coin collection and take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure without even realizing it. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1951 with a D mint mark. This classic Lincoln wheat penny has been in circulation for more than 7 decades, carrying with it a story of resilience, craftsmanship, and national pride. Even in circulated condition, the 1951 D Lincoln cent remains a fascinating collectible and a cherished part of U.S. numismatic history. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series began in 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, a decision that forever changed American coin design. The image of Lincoln was meant to symbolize honesty, freedom, and leadership, qualities that define the American spirit. On the obverse, you'll see the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, his expression calm and dignified. Above him are the words, "In God We Trust," with the word "Liberty" to the left and the date, 1951, to the right. Just below the date sits the small D mint mark, indicating that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, known for its high production standards and historical significance. Turning to the reverse, the design features 2 stalks of wheat curved along the sides, giving the coin its famous nickname, the wheat penny. Between the wheat ears are the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, while the motto E pluribus unum arches above, meaning out of many, one. This beautiful and simple design served on U.S. pennies from 1909 to 1958, making the 1951 D one of the later examples of the beloved wheat cent. The 1951 D penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a classic composition that gives it a warm reddish-brown tone. Over time, as these coins circulated, many developed unique colorations, from deep brown to rich red hues, caused by oxidation and environmental exposure. Collectors often appreciate these tones because they add personality and character to each individual coin. And circulated condition, the 1951 D often shows noticeable signs of wear, especially on Lincoln's cheek and jawline, as well as on the wheat stalks on the reverse. Yet even with such wear, the design remains clear and distinct. This is a testament to the durability and craftsmanship of U.S. mint production during the mid-20th century. The Denver Mint produced over 625 million of these coins in 1951, which means they were quite common for daily use at the time. However, finding a well-preserved example today, especially one that has survived decades in good circulated condition, is still exciting for collectors. Each coin tells its own story of where it's been, from store counters to savings jars and family collections. What makes the 1951 D penny particularly special is its connection to post-World War II America. The early 1950s were a time of economic recovery and optimism. Coins from this era reflect a nation rebuilding itself, investing in progress, and embracing a new chapter of growth. This 1-cent piece may seem small, but it represents the everyday economy of that time, where a penny truly mattered. For collectors, the 1951 D is a great coin to own because it's affordable, historical, and visually appealing. It bridges the gap between the early wheat pennies of the 1910s and the final years before the Lincoln Memorial design replaced it in 1959. It's an essential coin for completing a wheat cent collection. Even in circulated condition, the details of Lincoln's portrait and the wheat ears give this coin a rustic charm. Many collectors enjoy displaying such pieces in albums to show the progression of wear and patina over time. Each coin becomes a little piece of living history, preserved through careful hands and dedicated enthusiasts. It's also worth noting that no major varieties or errors were reported for the 1951 D, but some examples may show small die cracks, repunched mint marks, or minor doubling. Such imperfections can increase interest and make individual coins even more collectible. Always inspect your coins carefully under good lighting. You never know when you might discover a hidden treasure. The face value of this coin is, of course, 1 cent, but its numismatic value depends on condition and demand. In circulated condition, it's generally worth a few cents to collectors, but in higher grades or with special features, its value can rise significantly. Still, its historical and sentimental value often outweighs its market price. The coin's small size and copper composition make it a joy to handle. There's something almost magical about holding a 1951 penny in your hand, knowing it's older than many people alive today and that it has likely passed through countless hands over the decades. It's a connection to America's past that you can literally touch. Point. One of the most beautiful aspects of coin collecting is how even humble coins like the 1951 D penny can open a window into history. From its production at the Denver Mint to its years of circulation, this coin has witnessed change, progress, and everyday life across generations. It's a reminder that every coin has a journey worth appreciating. The Wheat Penny series ended in 1958, replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. But coins like the 1951 D still capture that nostalgic, classic feel that collectors love. They serve as reminders of a simpler time, when coins carried more than just monetary value. They carried meaning. When examining your own 1951 D penny, pay attention to its luster, strike quality, and color. Even in circulated condition, these details reveal the story of its preservation. Some may show a hint of original shine, while others bear deep, aged tones that give them a distinguished vintage appeal. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, the 1951 D Lincoln Wheat Cent is a coin worth having. It's affordable, full of history, and part of one of the most beloved series in U.S. coinage. It reminds us that even the smallest coins can hold immense historical significance. Next up, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1953 with the D mint mark. This Lincoln Wheat Penny, struck at the Denver Mint, represents the enduring legacy of American coin design and craftsmanship. Even in circulated condition, this coin remains an important collectible that connects us to the early 1950s era of post-war America. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series began in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, a bold move at the time that became a tradition for U.S. coinage. The coin's design highlights Lincoln's character, leadership, and honesty, qualities that made him one of the most respected figures in American history. On the obverse side, we see the detailed bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his head, the motto "In God We Trust" appears proudly, with "Liberty" to the left and the date 1953 on the right. Just below the date sits the small D mint mark, showing that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint produced a large number of these coins, ensuring they circulated widely throughout the country. Turning to the reverse, we see the familiar and elegant wheat ear design that gives this coin its nickname, the Wheat Penny. Two wheat stalks curve gracefully along the edges, symbolizing prosperity and growth. In the center are the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, and at the top, the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. This design beautifully captures the spirit of unity and hard work that defined mid-century America. The 1953 D Wheat Penny is made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it its warm reddish-brown color. Over time, as these coins circulated, they developed a natural patina that enhances their vintage charm. In circulated condition, most examples show some degree of wear, especially on Lincoln's face and the wheat ears, but the details still remain clear and attractive. This coin was struck during a period of economic recovery and industrial growth in the United States. The country was moving forward after the challenges of World War II and the Korean War, and the economy was strong. Coins like the 1953 D played an important role in everyday transactions, from buying groceries to saving in piggy banks. Holding one today offers a tangible connection to that time in history. More than 700 million 1953 D Lincoln cents were produced, making it one of the more common wheat pennies of the decade. Despite its abundance, each coin tells its own story. A circulated example may have small marks, scratches, or faded luster, but these imperfections only add to its character and authenticity. Collectors often seek the 1953 D penny to complete their wheat cent sets. It represents one of the final years before the wheat design was retired in 1958. Although not considered rare, well-preserved circulated examples with strong details are always desirable for both new and experienced collectors alike. When you examine your own 1953 D penny, pay attention to the strike quality and color. Some coins retain traces of original red luster, especially around protected areas like Lincoln's shoulder or the lettering. Others have aged into rich brown tones that showcase their decades of circulation. Each surface tells part of the coin's journey through time. It's also worth noting that the Denver Mint was known for producing clean, crisp strikes, though minor die variations and small mint errors do exist. Occasionally, you may find examples with repunched mint marks or slight doubling, always a fun discovery for collectors who enjoy searching for hidden varieties. And circulated condition, the 1953 D penny usually holds modest value, typically just above face value. However, its worth goes far beyond its monetary price. For many, this coin represents a piece of American history, a reminder of a simpler era when pennies were meaningful and widely used in daily life. The Lincoln wheat penny design has long been admired for its artistry and symbolism. The combination of Lincoln's dignified portrait and the agricultural wheat motif connects themes of leadership, growth, and prosperity, core values of the American identity. Even after more than 70 years, the design remains one of the most beloved in U.S. coinage. Collectors often enjoy assembling a full set of wheat cents from 1909 to 1958, and the 1953 D is an essential piece of that puzzle. Whether in circulated or uncirculated condition, it adds historical depth and visual beauty to any collection. Its affordability also makes it an excellent starting point for beginners. If you hold a 1953 D penny in your hand, take a moment to imagine where it's been. Perhaps it passed through the hands of someone in the 1950s buying a newspaper, candy, or a cup of coffee. Every small scratch or tone mark tells part of its story. That's what makes coin collecting so fascinating. Each coin is a silent witness to history. Even though the wheat cent series ended in 1958, coins like the 1953 D continue to inspire collectors. They remind us that even a humble 1-cent piece can carry decades of history, craftsmanship, and cultural meaning. It's not just a coin, it's a time capsule. Over the years, the copper in these coins has developed a lovely aged appearance, adding a sense of authenticity and nostalgia. The color, texture, and weight of the coin make it a joy to examine and appreciate. That's why so many collectors treasure these older copper coins. They simply don't make them like this anymore. If you're lucky enough to have a 1953 D wheat penny, take care of it and store it properly to prevent further oxidation or damage. Even circulated coins deserve respect and preservation. They're artifacts of our shared past.